Hello everyone, it's me, Dilly Sims. I know you guys are all expecting the Let's Play The Sims 4 Gold Digger Challenge today, but I have something else for you guys. So, starting starting Friday, and replacing my serial killer challenge, I will be doing an asylum challenge. But mine is going to be Let's Play The Sims 4 Disney Villains Asylum. It'll be so much fun. I created a few Disney villains who are going to be living in this asylum, and one Disney princess who also is in the asylum. And she is the one who's going to be escaping. So, if you guys can't figure it out by now, this character that I'm currently creating is Belle, like the Disney princess Belle. Why Belle of all the Disney princesses, you ask? Well, because Belle suffers from Stockholm Syndrome. If you guys do not know what Stockholm Syndrome is, it is I don't want to use the term mental disorder, but it kind of is. Oops, spoiler alert. It's... how do I put this? So if a person gets held hostage or somehow finds themselves in a situation like that, Stockholm Syndrome is when a person who gets held hostage finds themselves having feelings for their captor. So like if you get held hostage and you start to fall in love with the person who's holding you hostage. Well, if that doesn't sound familiar, Belle is a prime example of this. She was held hostage in the Beast's castle, and she fell in love with the man who was holding her hostage. I think she is a winner to be here. Absolute winner. And on top of that, Belle also is into bestiality. Bestiality is having sexual relations with an animal, which the Beast is technically an animal because he's like a huge bear. So, and not like a gay bear, like a bear, like out in the woods. So, that's why Belle is in the asylum and trying to prove that she doesn't deserve to be here. Ooh, and this might be one of my favorite villains to add to the challenge. Not overall. My favorite villain is Maleficent. But this villain, if you can't figure it out, is Ursula the Sea Witch. Why am I adding Ursula the Sea Witch, you may ask? Well, sorry, let me just take a really quick sip because it is a billion degrees in my room because I live in the Valley of California and it is so hot. And it's around summertime, so it's like 30 more degrees, or not even. It's like 100 more degrees hotter than it normally is, which is already like 100 degrees, so it's like 200 degrees. I'm over-exaggerating, but still. So, that's refreshing. I'm still like sweating talking to you guys, and all I'm doing is like sitting here in my chair with a straight back so I don't ruin my back, talking to you guys, and I'm like hurting my back. So, Ursula the Sea Witch is here, and why did I put Ursula the Sea Witch? Because Ursula the Sea Witch is struggling with her sexuality. If you guys pay really close attention to Ursula the Sea Witch, she looks like a drag queen. She looks like a man who does drag. Think about it. If you guys watch RuPaul's Drag Race, think of all the fatter contestants, and they are a shoo-in to play Ursula the Sea Witch. I was talking to my friends about Ursula and how I think she's a tranny, which I know that's not the proper term. It's transsexual, I believe that's what it's called. I don't know. I should know this, but anyways, if I offend anyone, I'm so sorry. Get over it. I don't know the proper terminology. If you're going to leave hate comment, please do. I would love any sort of comments. But if not, let me know why it's not called tranny, it's called transsexual, if that's even the right terminology. And how to put this? I know that Disney is doing a live-action Little Mermaid. Do I want to see it? No, because I don't care for them making movies live-action. Because, yeah, I don't care. And I really hope, and I've been telling my friends this, that when the live-action movie gets made, I really hope Ursula is played by a drag queen. Because she cannot not be a drag queen. She looks like a drag queen. She must be a drag queen in the movie. Okay, so this is my second character, or third character technically, one of my other patients, and it's Cruella de Vil. The Sims 4 does not come with a hair that's like, half white, half black. So this is the closest thing I could come up with. So we're just gonna pretend Cruella de Vil, since she's stuck in the asylum, she can't get her hair. She doesn't have all her necessary hair products to stick them up all crazy, so that's why her hair is down. And Cruella de Vil is in this asylum because she has some sick puppy fetish where she just wants to, like, every time she sees a dog, she wants to skin it. Like, she can't control herself, she just wants to skin dogs. Any kind of dog. It started off with Dalmatians, and then any type of dog she sees walking around the streets, she just wants to skin. It doesn't matter what type of dog it is. Chihuahua, Golden Retriever, I don't know too many dogs. What other dogs are there? Huskies. Any type of dog, big or small, she just has an instinct to, like, cut its intestines open and, like, skin it and wear the skin. Or wear the fur, not the skin. So that's why she's here, because she obviously deserves to be here, because she's a sick woman. Okay, and so I was pressed for time. So anytime I have free time or some downtime, or I need to watch a movie or something, I go ahead and I use, what is it called? The free time that I have to make speed builds, create a Sims, and so being that it was like 11:30 when I started making this household, so being that it was 11:30, I had to get up at like 7 to go to work the next morning, so I went to bed at midnight, and I couldn't fit this whole family into one single video, so I had to make it into 2 separate video clips. So then I came home from work and I finished the family. And so right now I am working on Mother Gothel. Mother Gothel is from Tangled. When I see it, I want to call it Rapunzel, but it's Tangled. I have a love-hate relationship with Mother Gothel because I think about it and I'm like, she's not the worst villain ever, She's not like planning world domination. She's not like sucking the souls out of young women to stay, well, actually, kind of, but not really. It's just, I don't feel like Mother Gothel is the worst villain ever, because sure, if you guys watch Tangle, you know what I'm talking about. If not, go watch it if you don't want spoilers, but I'm gonna talk about Tangled, or you could just skip over this. So, Mother Gothel does kidnap Rapunzel from her house as a baby because Rapunzel has the ability to, with her hair, make Mother Gothel young again. But it's not like she kidnapped Rapunzel and then forced her to, like, work slave labor or anything. She just kept her in a tower, and the tower is very spacious. If you watch the movie, she has quite a bit of space. It's basically a house. It is a house, technically. And so, it's not like, I think about it and she's not the worst, okay? Because there's a whole bunch of things she could have done that was super messed up to Rapunzel. She could have molested Rapunzel with, I don't know, a stick she found on the ground outside. Or she could have lit cigarettes and put them out on Rapunzel. But she didn't. She just kept her in her tower, which is basically a house. And she just had Rapunzel sing to her and, bring her youth back, because Mother Gothel is like, I don't know, I'm gonna say at over 100 years old, because when she dies at the sorry, spoiler. When she dies at the very end, she turns into dust, right? I haven't watched the movie in a long time. So, I'm assuming she's way over, like, a normal human's age. And so, yeah, that's why I don't think she's the worst, because she didn't do anything really super messed up to Rapunzel. She was just like, I'm gonna keep you in my house, I'm gonna feed you, I'm gonna give you clothes, I'm gonna raise you like you're my own daughter, I just need you to, like, sing and let me brush your hair so I can stay young forever. It's not like she didn't, like, do anything super messed up to Rapunzel. But that's why I'm keep putting her in this challenge, because even though I feel like she doesn't deserve to be a villain, even though she technically is, she kidnapped. She has, obviously, a sick kidnapping fetish, and that's why she's in the asylum, because she kidnapped a child. And I don't agree with kidnapping anybody's children, unless it's me kidnapping other people's kids, because I love kids. Just kidding. I would never. And this is my all-time favorite villain, Maleficent. I don't know why she would be in the asylum, other than because she is the main boss-ass bitch, who is, like, if you type in Disney villains, she is front and center. She turns into a dragon. She is, like, the shits. And I didn't go with the Angelina Jolie version of Maleficent because I like Maleficent's skin to be green. And I love Angelina Jolie. You guys know this if you watch my videos, especially the Celebrity Hunger Games. But Maleficent, the movie, she was just too nice. And that's what I don't like about it, because I really loved that Maleficent was this evil, messed up person who just, like, wants to kill Aurora. But in the movie, she, like, basically becomes borderline lesbian with Aurora, which I didn't like. And if you don't know who this muscular stud is, this is Gaston. Why is Gaston here? Well, he is technically a villain, but also because he is obviously taking steroids, because no normal human should be able to reach that unless they take steroids. Just ask Arnold Schwarzenegger, because Arnold Schwarzenegger did take steroids. And I also put him in here because maybe not, he's dealing with his sexuality. I don't know. You guys decide. Let me know what storylines you want me to make for the patients, since they're going to be stuck here in the asylum. But yeah, I really wanted to include at least one male villain, because I don't know, I don't like any of the male villains other than Captain Hook. I should have added Captain Hook. Too late now. Like, Captain Hook's, like, the only, like, go-to that I can think of for male villains. Gaston, maybe, sometimes. But I don't know. Captain Hook is probably the first one that I do think of. But, like, oh, maybe because he's, like, a child killer, because Captain Hook just wants to kill Peter Pan, and Peter Pan's a child. I should have added Captain Hook. Now I feel stupid for not adding him. It's fine, I'm just not gonna add him, period. It's taking me a while. Why? Oh, yes, because I was trying to figure out who I should add to this challenge. And it took me so long to figure out who I was gonna add. But I finally I went onto Google, I searched and searched and searched, and then I finally figured it out. But eventually I did figure out who I was gonna add, and again, it was another woman, so making Gaston the only male villain in this whole asylum. But it's okay, because obviously it's not a co-ed asylum, and for some reason, Gaston, being a super douchebag, because everyone knows that he is, he made it into this asylum, which is usually only women. Oh my gosh, my battery is running low, better plug it in right now. It's gonna die, it's gonna die, it's gonna die, it's gonna die, gonna die, gonna die, gonna die. But while I'm plugging this in, it's the evil stepmother. That's who I decided to add from, you know, Snow White. Because I think she's a classic villain. Sure, she's not as, like, forward as Maleficent, or as douchey as Gaston, but she is very evil. Like, she will do anything for power and money. and that's why she's here, because she's the gold digger. And I'm going with the storyline that she is killed after Cinderella got married and ran away with the prince. The evil stepmother became all crazy and shit, and then decided, I'm gonna get married so I don't have to take care of myself. And then she ditched her daughters and married like 4 men and killed them all. And she's basically a black widow, and that's why she's here. In the movie, her like dress is this autumn red color, like the color of the gloves, but I went with purple for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. And then she's very classy, but I really like this top that they have in The Sims for women, because it reminds me of like Chanel, like a Chanel suit. So I was like, well, if she was living right now during our time, she would definitely wear something like that, because it's very classic and elegant and fancy, and you know, only rich people can afford Chanel. And her most of her colors throughout this, her dress has like a purple hue in it or something. There we go. And it looks like I'm coming really close to the end of the video. I'm just gonna add aspirations, which all of them have the loony trait except for Maleficent. She's the only one who does not have the insane trait. But I'm gonna leave it off here, so like, subscribe, comment, and do all those fun YouTube things. And I will catch you all next time. Bye, everybody.